How's it going, lads? Welcome back to a brand new ratings predictions video. Today we have Arsenal. As we get closer to the date that we get the full database, which I don't know the exact date, but it's going to be around sort of the 14th, 15th, I think, of September, roughly around there. We'll get the full database. So I'm going to post, I'll try and post 2 a day of these on this channel. So we've got Arsenal. I'll try and post Spurs tomorrow morning and then West Ham tomorrow evening, and then we'll go from there. I do want to quickly give a couple of disclaimers, especially to Arsenal fans. I don't think you're a banter club like other people. Okay, maybe I do. Maybe I think you, but look, you've had a rough couple of years. But in going through these players, what I did realize is Arsenal have a lot of really good youth talent, and I think they are building something for the future. Hopefully. What I really want to say is that ratings don't necessarily mean this player deserves to be X-rated. As I say in every episode, and I feel the need to disclose it because regardless, people still comment silly things that are contradictory to what I say. EA aren't this big fair body of ratings. They don't give people ratings based on what they really truly deserve in real life. They give ratings based on a lot of external factors that don't necessarily include footballing ability. For example, if a player moves for a lot of money, they could legitimately get a big upgrade just based on that, regardless of how good or bad they are actually in football. Without further ado, let's jump into it. We are starting off with Bert Leno. Now, Ramsdale is in this, but he's right at the end because I forgot about Ramsdale until right at the very end. So we've got Leno, Cedric, and Tomiyasu. I think, in general, Arsenal finished 8th 2 years in a row now. I think Arsenal are going to be getting some very, very big downgrades in certain areas of the pitch. I think that a lot of their players are going to get downgrades. You'll be Arsenal fans that are going to say, we had the best defensive record since Christmas or something like that. I can't remember the exact stat. But when you finish 8th 2 years in a row, you go from, you know, having decent ratings because you're pushing European football to you finish 8th 2 years in a row. You're getting big downgrades regardless. So I give a -2 to Leno. I think Leno will probably be replaced by Ramsdale in the next couple of years, to be honest. Maybe even next year, we'll see. I think Leno will probably be on his way out of Arsenal. He had a couple of decent seasons, and he's made some good saves. And I think he was unlucky because against Man City, he actually looks pretty good, but he's had some very stinker games. He's made some massive mistakes, and I think that an 83 is definitely on the cards. Cedric as well, a 75 rated non-rare card. You know, it is what it is. He's just a 75 non-rare. With Tomiyasu, he's actually a good prospect player. I personally haven't watched him, I can't lie, but from what I've read and the reviews that people that, you know, are supposed experts in football gave this guy, I believe he's from Bologna in the Italian league if I'm not mistaken. They say he's a solid right back with good potential and could be a great signing for Arsenal on deadline day. So Tomiyasu, we've given a 75 rated card from a 72 rated silver. I think that's pretty fair, to be honest. I give him a nice little pace upgrade as well. Could be a decent little right back in the game. All right, on to some centre-backs. Chambers and Holding do not deserve to be gold cards. I don't want to hear it. I think both of them stink. And then Gabriel, I left at a 78. I think he'll be a rare as well. Give him a nice pace upgrade because he definitely deserves a pace upgrade in my opinion. I think 55 pace was so unfair for this guy. I think he's got a decent little bit of pace over, 30, 40 yards. But no, Chambers and Holding, they're just... I can't think of anything other than dusty ballers. That probably surprised you to come out of my mouth. No, but I don't rate either of them at all. I don't think either of them are very good. I think both of them deserve to have silver cards. But Gabriel, I think, is a decent centre-back. And I think, if he's got better centre-backs with him, a better defence with him, I think he'll do pretty well for Arsenal. All right, so I moved Kolasinac to a centre-back because he seems to be playing centre-back for a lot for Arsenal in their sort of back three with, like, Tierney at left wing-back. That kind of thing. So it seems like he's playing like a left centre-back role. So I'll put him as centre-back. A lot of the people in Twitch chat whilst we went through these ratings also helped me out with a lot of Arsenal fans helped me out with what they think and etc, etc. Pablo Mari, I downgraded to a silver again. I just don't think he's a very good footballer. It doesn't deserve to be gold in my opinion. And then Ben White, I go a +2 for. Now, he didn't start the season very well. He had a shocker against Brentford. The reason why I give him a +2 though is he went for £50 million, and EA will take that into account 100%. He might get a once to watch card. He got an England call up that will definitely go in his favour for the Euros this year. And in general, I think he was all right for Brighton last year. So I think a 77 rare is definitely on the cards for him. I think a downgrade for Kolasinac is definitely on the cards. Whenever I watch Arsenal, Kolasinac just does not seem to be very good. Pablo Mari, yeah. There's some more centre-backs for you. I feel bad because I know there's going to be Arsenal fans that just absolutely hate my guts after this, but you just have to face reality. You know what I mean? Finally, Arsenal fans might like me a little bit more now. We have got some very good players here, in my opinion. Tavares looks decent, from what I've seen of him in pre-season. He looked pretty solid as well. He looked nippy on the ball. He looked good. Tierney, I think, is a very good left back. I think he's very underrated. He's one of those players where I think he gets overlooked because I don't think he's quite on the likes of Robertson's level, right? Or I don't think he's as good as Shaw or Digne or anyone like that. But I think he's a good left back, and I think in the future he's going to be a very good left back. I think that he's got a lot of potential, and I think an 8-rated card is definitely fair for him. I think he'd be a great card next year to use. And then Bukayo Saka, I think he's one of Arsenal's best players. I think Bukayo Saka is an absolute baller. I think he's great for England. He's great for Arsenal. And I think that he'll get a big upgrade. And he deserves it as well. He's a fantastic player. And I can see him being, a bloody world beater in the next few years. The next 5, 6, 7 years, I think Bukayo Saka will be a phenomenal player. Some more midfielders now. We've got Lokonga, Xhaka, and El Nene. I think that Xhaka what I would say with Xhaka, do not let that one game against France in the Euros cloud your judgment on Xhaka. Like, Xhaka isn't great, in my opinion. I think that he's not been very good for Arsenal in the last season. You know, he also got a bloody red card against Man City, right? So I just don't think Xhaka is a particularly good footballer. And a lot of people, I think, will look at that one game against Switzerland versus France, and they'll, for some reason, give this guy an upgrade in their mind because of one game. And it was a very good game, but one game does not make an entire season. So for me, yeah, Bukayo Xhaka. Granit Xhaka deserves a downgrade. Lokonga looks like a baller. He looks like he's got a lot of potential. I think a 75 rated non-rare card is definitely on the cards for him. He could have a nice little cheap, well-rounded midfielder card. I can definitely see that. El Nene, I think he'll get a big downgrade. Again, I don't rate El Nene at all. Whenever I've seen him play, I just don't think he's a great footballer. I think Fred's better, and that's saying something. All right, we've got Partey, Pepe, and Smith Rowe. Partey, I think, will get a -1. I know he dealt with quite a lot of injuries last year. He was decent when he played, but when players typically get large portions of their season out of injury, they just get downgrades in general. Pepe, I would have said, would have been sent to the chopping block. However, he turned up late in the season last season. He absolutely turned up. He played very well for the last sort of, I'd say, 8 to 10 games of the season last season. He was very, very good. He was banging goals in. He was getting assists. He was just playing very well. So I think that might be enough to retain his rating for FIFA 22. He could get an 81 rated card, but I think 82 is fair for him. And then Smith Rowe, I think, will get a big upgrade. Great player. A lot of potential. I think he'll be a good player in the future. I think that, next year when he signs for Villa, he'll be fantastic and finally get European football. Kidding. I'm sorry. It's too soon. No, Smith Rowe, I think, is a good player, though. I think he's a good player. I think that he will be a very good player for Arsenal in the next few years whenever players typically reach their full potential. All right, second to last set, we have got Odegaard, Martinelli, and Nketiah. Odegaard, I think, did enough to keep his rating, in my opinion. I don't see why he'd get a downgrade. I think he was decent for Arsenal. I think he did enough. Martinelli, I think he'll get a +1, finally get a gold card. The reason why it's not higher, I do think Martinelli's a good player, and I think he's got a lot of potential. He's a young, talented player, but the one thing with Martinelli, he gets about 3 games a season. Where is he? He gets injured so much, so I can't see him getting a massive upgrade, but I think he'll get a half-decent upgrade. And then Nketiah, I have a question. All I want to know is, do Arsenal fans actually rate this guy? Because everything I've seen of Nketiah has been cheeks. He's been awful, in my opinion. I don't rate this guy at all. If Arsenal fans rate him, fair enough. But this guy is, 23, 24 years old? He's not even like a youth player. He's a fully, like 23, 24. I'd hoping he's pushing into that first team, becoming an established player. He just, I don't know. So yeah, I don't rate Nketiah personally. I think a silver card. I don't see him getting a gold card at all, to be honest. And the last set of players, we've got Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Ramsdale. I think Aubameyang will get a big pace downgrade, but I didn't give it to him because I wanted to be nice. But I do think he'll get like an 86 pace card or something like that, just because EA are horrible. For me, I don't think Aubameyang or Lacazette deserve upgrades or to stay the same rating. I think both of them deserve downgrades. They're just I know Aubameyang a couple seasons ago was pushing Golden Boot and whatnot, right? But EA gave him a downgrade after, I believe, getting the golden boot. So after last season, I can't see him getting anything less than a -2, to be honest. Lacazette, again, just neither of them are putting up good enough numbers in an Arsenal shirt to retain their ratings, in my opinion. And that's just going off precedent from EA and how they've downgraded certain players after certain seasons. With Ramsdale, I think he'll get a +2 simply because he went for what I would consider a big money move. I would say it was a big money move. You know, £30 million for a goalkeeper is a lot of money, so I think they'll get a +2 for that. But that is the Arsenal ratings. If you guys have enjoyed, please leave a like down below and subscribe if you guys are new around here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.